to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Your boy, Money Malank. Are you meowing?
My cat won't stop meowing, so I must meow with my cat. Solidarity, my sister. Solidarity.
The future is female.
The future is female. How we doing, Scott? How we doing, Scott?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
It's been a while. It's been some time. It's been a few minutes.
We kind of had a mid-season break unannounced.
Yeah, an unscheduled mid-season break. It was meant to be like one weekend, and then it turned into 3.
Yeah.
So...
I did some traveling.
Some traveling?
I did. Traveling Matt. That's from Fraggle Rock.
Disclaimer, Scott is toasted tonight.
Oh, dude, I've been drinking since noon.
Far gone at the moment.
I am so hammered out of my mind right now. Usually I get drunk by the end of the podcast.
He's starting strong.
I'm starting hammer blasted. So I might be a little bit silly. I might do some slurring.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Look, I'm trying to get on your list. You made us some delicious drinks tonight.
Oh, we're drinking. What do you drink, Adam? What do you drink?
Everything.
No, this is the Jungle Bird. I made a mixed drink tonight. It consists of Appleton Jamaican dark rum.
Nice.
Pineapple juice.
Nice.
Aperol.
Nice.
And it's got simple syrup and lime juice.
It's delicious.
It's very good.
It's very good. It's very sweet. Very good. I'm trying to get on your level. I'm trying to catch up. I got to play catch up now.
That's
what we got to do.
Do it.
So
I'm dressed in my best tiki attire. I went to the tiki bar tonight.
Yeah, that was my assumption. You walked in because you got the lay, you got everything.
I got laid. Oh. What the hell, man?
Tap it again. Tap that ass again. There you go.
But it was like there. Like I needed it then.
I know. It's this program. Sometimes you got to tap it to wake it up. It's like, hey, wake up. You got to finger it a little bit to wake it up, and then you can give it the money shot. You know.
So I did some traveling, like everyone's Uncle Traveling Matt from the Fraggle Rock. I went to Washington D.C. Adam.
Did you go to protest?
I went to the home of the largest scum and villainy on the planet. I went because my daughter had an academic games tournament, but we did do a little bit of sightseeing when we were there. We went to the National Mall. You familiar with the National Mall? Huh?
Heard of her.
Heard of her?
I've heard of her, yes.
Yeah, it's not a mall, per se. My kids were like, we thought this was a mall.
Yeah, I'm with your kids. What the fuck? Like, it says mall. Should be a mall.
Like they wanted a shopping mall.
So what is it then?
It is a national park, basically. It's run by the Park Service.
It's called the...
yeah, get
lame.
mad. So, yeah, we went and saw some things.
Trump's all about renaming stuff. Why don't you rename that shit?
I'm taking a drink every time you say his name.
I don't have politics talk tonight, so you'll be happy on that one.
So I do have a picture. I'm going to post it to the For Your Distraction social media page. We did not go to the White House.
Really?
No, hell no. What do you mean, really? Of course not. You thought we were going to go to the White House?
Take a shit in the bushes or something like that?
I wouldn't be here. I'd be in jail. I'd probably be in El Salvador or wherever it is. No joke.
Hey, Abrego. How's it going?
But when you're in the National Mall, so there's like the Washington Monument was that giant white phallic,
the penis. It's a penis.
Basically. And at the one side there's the Lincoln Memorial and then the Jefferson Memorial. And the other side, way over here is the White House. And then this way is the Capitol. Like they're all real far spread out.
Yeah.
So you could see the White House off in the distance. So I had my picture taken with the White House in the background, and I'm flipping double birds.
Nice.
But I'm nowhere near it, and he wasn't even there.
There's the Washington Monument, and there's the Obama Monument. Remember that bit?
Yes, I do remember.
Thank you. It took you a second. The hamster
I've
had
been drinking since noon.
The hamster had to run a little bit on that.
I'm like, we didn't see an Obama monument, and I'm like, oh, I know what he's doing. He's doing a bit.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
It's the old Family Guy bit.
Yeah. Anyway, so we did that. It was awesome.
And I house set for you as well.
You did. Thank you for that. I want to give a shout out to my daughter and her academic games. So she did them last year, but she joined like halfway through the year, and she did some tournaments and whatever. And there's like 12 different games you can play. And she qualified for this one game. It's called Onsets. Those smart people listening know what it is. It's basically set theory. Boring, I know. But she loves it. And she qualified for like regionals, districts, states, and then made it to nationals. 750 kids from across the country made it to this now in Onsets, which is what she was playing in. And we're like, okay, this gives us an excuse to go to DC, do a little weekend getaway. It'll be fun. So she goes into this big conference room. They close the doors. No parents are allowed in. And after about 2 hours, like that's when they're done and they come out. So she goes in. 2 hours later, she comes out with a look on her face. She goes, I won.
I was going to say, I won.
We're like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, I went undefeated. Like, everybody I played against. She's like, so she was explaining it to us. So she sits at a table. There's like 6 of them. There's like 5 other kids and her sitting at a table. And they play this game. And when you're done, you have like a first, second, third place. She got first. So then you move to another table with other like first place winners. And then you move to another table and another. And then when it's all, she got first every time. Never lost.
Way to go. Way to go.
Had to like later that night had to go do it again. And we're like, okay, well now she's going to play like really, really difficult people. She comes back out. She's like, I won again.
The way you're describing it is she's like, I thought it was going to be harder.
She said to me, she was like, I thought it would be harder. She's like, I thought they would be better. And then the next morning was the final one, and she did it. And she comes out. We're like, okay, well, this is definitely it. She comes out. She's like, really like wide-eyed this time. She's like, yeah, no one beat me the whole time. Out of those 750 kids, 5 went undefeated, and Eva was one of them.
I mean, somebody's got to go undefeated, so why not your daughter?
And here's where it gets really prickly here. This is what really ticks me off.
The prize was she had to meet the president, right?
Right? No, he was in Florida, dude. He doesn't live in Washington, D.C. He lives in Florida, but neither here nor there. No. There was like a tie break. And in sports, every sport I've ever played, when you're tied with a team, it goes to a tiebreaker. And if it's still tied, it goes to the next one and the next one and so on until you have a clear-cut winner. This isn't like that. There are 3 criteria that go into the tiebreak, and all 5 of them go to it. The first one is overall score. Apparently, there's like points for each round you get, and you tally them all up. You think that should be it, right?
Right.
If that would have happened, Eva would have gotten second. But they also count in your team score. And her team isn't like her school. It's like the IU Intermediate Unit 4, like the schools that qualify from the area.
It sounds like the Electoral College.
And they were like, they did okay. They didn't do terrible. But factoring that in, she would have got 4th. The third and final like criteria was how you did in other events. Well, she qualified for one other event, like out of the 12, but she didn't compete because like we would have had no time to go to the National Mall and see the stuff. So she just competed in this one event, which is her best event. So because of that, she got 5th out of 5 because of their stupid tie breaks. But she didn't lose to anybody. And here's the thing. Okay, this is interesting. The girl who ended up getting first, an Asian girl from Ann Arbor, Michigan, who won last year, and the year before got second place. The person got second was an Indian boy from Cleveland, Ohio. The person who got third place was an Indian girl from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And fourth place was an Asian boy from Alexandria, Virginia. And my daughter got fifth.
Token white person.
The highest white person. I didn't want to bring race into this because we're not that kind of podcast. But I'll be damned.
You did say number one was this Asian girl.
Hats off to them.
Boy.
Hats off to them. They did great. They all went undefeated.
They were looking
too.
at the list like, we got to have one white person. We can't just have. We got to have like this is Trump's America. We got to have at least one white person.
I'm very proud of my daughter.
No, that's amazing.
And yesterday was her birthday.
That is amazing.
She turned 11 years old yesterday.
11 already? Holy shit!
Don't even tell me that. I know. So Eva,
I'm
I love you.
still buying
You did
Christmas
great.
presents like she's 8. Like,
You are. I know.
But she loves them though. So.
Yeah, she does. You were like the only one that got her toys, and she's like, "This is awesome." Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I love toys too. Like toys are amazing. Even
Look who you're talking to.
I'll be honest with you. At 36, going on 37, just give me fucking toys. Give me fun shit. I don't need socks. I'll buy my own socks. I don't need underwear. Give me toys.
Right. Right.
So we were supposed to record the following weekend.
Yeah.
And then
I was ready to go.
I had to cancel.
Why?
So you had this nice, fun-filled weekend the previous weekend. Oh,
Sure
I got
did.
lots of things to talk about. Cut to my weekend. The following weekend is like, my stomach's not feeling too good. And then cut to Saturday or Friday morning. It's like, oh my God, my abdominals is just so much pain. I had to call off work. I got fucking norovirus, dude.
Were you shitting your brains out?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
The only time I threw up was Thursday night. That was the only time. Yeah, that was the
You
only
on
time
the
I threw
toilet.
up. Was, let me ask you this: would you rather shit your brains out or throw up? Which is worse for you? I'm gonna tell you mine. Worse is throwing up. I hate throwing up
Really?
so much. Yes, because when I throw up, whether it's sick or whether I'm drunk, when I throw up, my entire body reacts to throw up. Like I break blood vessels in my face.
Ooh.
So like I'll be throwing up like all this stuff, and then I'm like, oh, thank God it's over. And I'll look in the mirror like I look like I'm fucking infected with like a zombie virus because like all the blood vessels have broken in my face. So I'm happy that I just shat my brains out for like 3 days straight, and I only puked the first night. But like for about 3 or 4 days, I was laying on this couch, my stomach in so much pain. Like it was bad. Like it was terrible.
So you had to call off the podcast.
I did. I called off work the previous day, and then I called off the podcast that night. I was like, dude, I can't even do it. I can't even. I could barely keep tomato or chicken noodle soup down. Like I was having a hard time doing that. So that sucked.
You wouldn't have been able to keep rum down.
No. Where's the rum gone? Down the toilet as I throw it up. So yeah, that was that. I was sick until like Tuesday. So that was that. And then cut to the last weekend, which we should have recorded, obviously, but
I was your Uncle Traveling Matt again. I went out of town again for the weekend. I went to Bloomington, Indiana, and Indianapolis, Indiana. My nephew goes to school at the University of Indiana, and he was graduating. Went out there. Yeah,
Congrats.
it was a whirlwind. We had a lot to do and not a lot of time. It was one of those trips.
yeah.
It was fun though. Definitely did some drinking. Definitely got
Par
hammered.
for the course.
I definitely got hammered. I stayed 2 nights I stayed in a hotel. One night I stayed at his apartment with him, and I just felt like I was back in college. Felt like I was back at the Oakland Manor.
His buddies are like, who's this creepy old guy?
We were just like funneling Jaeger and drinking Jungle Birds, and
You're like,
good times.
remember that SNL bit where it was like the high school like house party musical episode, and then Will Ferrell shows up. He's one of the teachers.
Yeah,
That was you. That was you, basically.
it was a good time. I was late for the party. Money Malank is here to stay. So we missed 3 solid weeks.
3 solid weeks.
I did some traveling.
I did some puking.
You did some puking. And
You left your dog home last weekend for once.
And you took care of my dog for me.
I did. Yeah. I took care of your
Appreciate
dog.
that.
I went multiple times over during the day. I didn't just go once over.
I appreciate that.
Check on that.
Yeah, how was he?
Adorable little dog. Very much missed you guys.
I'm
the second
sure.
I walked into the door, he was right at the door waiting for you, like, ow, ow, ow. Like,
He was probably happy to
I
see
introduced
you.
your dog to Izzy.
Did they get along?
Izzy couldn't care less about your dog. She's more interested in sniffing everything else in your house.
Sure.
But, they got along just fine.
Oh, yeah. He's good
Prince,
that way.
I did not realize how old Prince has gotten.
He's very old.
Prince is a very old dog, unfortunately, but I gave him some tummy rubs.
Oh, he
All good
probably
there.
loved that.
I'll be honest with you, the first weekend you were telling about your cat because you
Yep.
took the Prince to the kennel and you're like, oh, the cat, blah blah blah, the new cat. I was gonna text you the first night I went over there, and I'd be like, because you were like, she's not gonna come out for you. She's gonna hide. She's gonna ignore you. Like, I was gonna text you like, fucking cat whisperer over here. The cat came out immediately.
Yeah?
Came up to me and was like, rub my belly.
Oh, she's
And
a
like,
cool cat.
like laid down. Like I was like, oh, belly rubs, belly. A cat trusts you. If a cat wants you to rub their belly, that's when you know a cat trusts you.
True.
Molly always wants me to rub her belly. She trusts the fuck out of me. Then I was gonna text you that, and then I held off on it because the rest of the time she never came out. I didn't fucking see her once. So.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought she was gonna do. But
I was very much cat whisperer the first day, but so we got some big changes coming too. I'm gonna address this at the start of the show as opposed to the end of the show.
Okay.
For people wondering.
BTS behind the scenes.
Little behind the scenes. There's going to be a scheduling change for the podcast. For quite a while, actually. Yours surely got a promotion at his job. But the promotion means a schedule change, and I will be working midnights now, and one of those nights will be Saturday nights, so we will no longer, unless I have like a vacation night that I'm taking for that night, Saturday night podcasts are going to be on hiatus, is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
For now. We're ideally going to be looking towards Sunday midday to evening sometime, possibly doing the podcast, depending on schedules. Obviously, it's going to be mainly up to you because you're married, you got family, you got work the next day. So I'll leave that up to you, obviously.
Yeah.
So there's
it's
gonna
soccer season,
Yeah.
and Eva plays her games on Sunday. The earliest she plays is like noon, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Latest she would play is around 5 o'clock, but those are few and far between. So I think that's like closer to the time we could do it. Yeah.
So there's going to be a little scheduling change for it. It's going to be varied for probably the next year, quite frankly. One of the stipulations for the promotion was like, my manager was like, I'm looking for somebody who can give me like a year's worth of commitment to this because I don't want you to take the job and then 3 to 6 months down the road be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I have to look for somebody else because it's not an easy position to fill, but I'm taking it because it's good for the career. It's from everything I've heard from everybody I've shadowed and trained with is like, this is like the stepping stone for like actual IT work. Like everything I was doing before is like basic customer service work for the most part. This is like, no, you put this on your resume and if you get pretty good at it, like you can pretty much get hired at a lot of different companies. So I'm going to give it another year for this job. Really get it tuned in, and then we'll see after that. But it's going to be a little.
That's big news. I'm proud of you.
Big news. It is big news. So I'm excited. I'm pumped to no longer be doing. I'm pumped to not answer the phone and be like, "Thank you for calling." Blah blah blah. This is Adam. How can I help you? Nails on the chalkboard. I hate customer service. Nails on the chalkboard for me. Every time I did that, this is good shit. Plus, like, you know, it's a 4-10 shift too, which means I only work 4 days a week. I get 3 days off. I'm pumped about that as well.
That's good. That's good.
I'm psyched about that shit. So, yeah, that's going to be the podcast continuing forward. I get vacation days. You know, I like taking Saturday nights off. So maybe when I have a vacation day, we'll do like a odd Saturday. But, you know.
All right, cool.
Sunday fun day. That's Sunday fun day. But let's get in the show, Scott.
We're back.
You got stories. You said you got content.
Oh,
You get
dude. Hey.
Before we started recording, you said, I got content. I'm like, I'm digging it. What's your content, sir?
We got a message in the mailbag today.
Did we?
Yeah, let's read the mailbag.
Read the mailbag.
So it started with a post
I was like-
online.
Start with a dick pic. That'd be
That's- well, in a way, I guess.
Ooh.
It started with a post on social media. Someone was talking about how, we're right now as this is being recorded, we're in May.
Keep going.
Next month is June. What do you know about June, Adam? There's something special about June.
The June fly.
The June fly? The June fly.
Isn't that a thing?
Of
June
all
fly?
the things you went with. I know of a June bug.
June bug, that's what I was thinking. Well, a fly's a bug.
Of all the things.
A fly's a bug.
Of all the things of June, you went with the June bug?
Nothing goes on in June. What the fuck is going on in June?
It's a very, very important month for a certain portion of the population.
What would that be?
It's Pride Month, Adam.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
You didn't know that
I didn't
June
know.
was Pride Month?
I'm not a member of the LGBTQ community, so I think it can
You're
be
not?
No, so I think it can be forgiven. You're not? What's that supposed to mean?
I am a loud, proud ally.
Okay, an ally is not a member.
It is.
Ally is not a member.
LGBTQA+.
A member of the LGBTQ community means you are either lesbian, bisexual, queer,
Keep
all
going.
that stuff.
Keep going. Keep going. There's ally in there somewhere, and
there
that's
isn't.
me, bro.
No, there isn't.
I am an ally.
I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna
Ally.
let AI talk about this shit. Hold on.
AI can bite my entirety of my bag because I, sir, am an ally. Your favorite Uncle Traveling Matt is an ally. And next month is, in fact, Pride Month.
According to AI, no, an ally is not considered a member of that community.
I don't care what that says. I am a strong, proud, vocal ally. And I support my brothers and sisters of the LGBTQA plus community.
I'll do you one better. I went to Reddit. There's a Reddit post asking this very same
Because
question.
Reddit is so much more.
Here's the thing. I'm scrolling through a lot of the responses. I've not seen a single yes.
Lie.
I've only seen no's, absolutely not, no, I wouldn't consider you, no.
And I don't care about any of those opinions. I am an ally, and I am...
Yeah, you're an ally. It doesn't mean you're a member, though.
So, basically, the argument that we're having... Someone else was like, it's just June. There's nothing important about this month.
I'm not saying it's not important, okay? That's very important. It is.
So this person, I posted a photo comment with a giant rainbow that said, Happy Pride. Happy Pride, Adam.
Happy Pride.
And they sent us a message.
Did they send you a message on Facebook, or did they send us a message on For Distractions?
They got
Facebook?
an FYD DM.
Really? They DM'd us. They slid into the DMs.
They slid right up into those DMs.
They slid right up the DMs the way they love a finger sliding up their butthole.
And I'm going to read it.
Okay.
I'm going to read it right here in front of God and everyone. So peel your ears back.
No names, right? No.
I'm going to say this son of a bitch's name.
All right.
But I'm going to wait till I read what this person has said. And you know what? I'm going to need help from our friends and listeners. What I should put in this response. I have some ideas.
You got some thoughts?
I've got a rough draft.
You got a whiteboard
got a rough
at home that you're writing some ideas.
I got a box full of Pepe Sylvia. Okay. That's one of my favorites. All right. Here we go. He opens up with your Y-O-U-R. You're a child abuser.
Why stop? Why does every single person that is on that side of the ball field, we all know who we're talking about. Look, I'm not much of a grammar Nazi, but like it's very basic.
It's not difficult. There. You're
theirs. Those are all the most basic ones. The only ones that I confuse that is affect or effect.
Dude, I suck at that one too.
That's the complicated one, but all the other ones are very easy to understand. Guess what? Your fucking text shit in your phone will autocorrect that shit for you too most of the time, so...
Not in this DM.
You gotta really want to be wrong
And not only that, he uses the correct your later on. It was just the opening your. He was just so unreal. Okay.
All right, start from the top.
You're a child abuser and a supporter of sodomy and homosexual behavior.
What's wrong with sodomy?
You will burn in hell for that.
Oh, he's one of those? Okay.
Don't think you're the correct you're not noticed. P.S. You know, he opened, like, it was just a real quick sentence, and he already hit you with the P.S.
Yeah.
And there's the postscript is much longer than the body. So
your response should be like, you know, you might want to learn what a P.S. is for, so.
P.S. I can say what I want. When you walk up and post stupid stuff on my page, you're instigating.
Did you post it on his page, or did you just
shut
post
up?
it?
It wasn't on his page.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's not your page, douchebag. It's the what do you call it? The public billboard is what it is.
Just shut up. That's why people like you groom small children with Drag Queen Story Hour. I don't find you funny or smart, just mentally unwell and completely evil and uneducated. I mean, I use the right yours, but whatever. I'm uneducated. Play the victim now. I don't care. It's sickening that you support a month of perverse behavior.
Side note for just a quick second. Play the victim here. I bet you he's Christian. Who are the biggest group of this entire world that tries to play the victim in the past 5 years? Christians are the most alleged victimized individuals that claim to be victimized that really aren't.
It's sickening that you support a month of perverse behavior, but can't give moms and dads or soldiers that same respect.
I'm sorry, don't they have their fucking time of the year?
Shows how prideful and arrogant you are. Look up what God said about the abomination of sodomy. Get saved or get lost. Oh, wait, you already are. Oh, well. Please also screenshot this and post it. I want to see how many nuts come out in the comments. LOL. I don't need ignorance in my life. And I will help weed out all of the child abusers and pedos. I think he meant to say pedos.
Yeah.
But
He's drunk. I know exactly how you respond to this.
I want to hear it. I'm all ears. I've got some good ideas.
All you do is a very, very simple response.
Yeah.
This is all you have to do. YOU''RE. That's it. That's all. That's it.
I know that was going to be it.
Because here's the thing. If you respond with anything else, all you're doing is justifying that person's hatred. All you're doing is thinking that, oh, now you're triggered because you give them a big response. All you do is send them YOU''RE and then leave it at that. Because there's a reason why he said, I don't know if it's he or she.
It's a he.
Okay. I don't know. There's a reason why.
You got to get pronouns right because that's what we do on this show.
Yes, and pronouns is just English language. It's nothing else beyond that, you stupid fucks. But the reason why that person said, I don't care if you post this, I want to see all the hate, because they want attention. They want all the attention in the world. The best comeback I've learned for these people is to just ignore them. And so that's why I say don't respond with anything big. Don't respond with a big dialogue or a soapbox. Just put YOU''RE and leave it at that. Don't even post it on the Facebook.
But right now, I just read the entire DM right here on our platform, on the podcast.
He's not watching the
in front of
podcast.
our millions and millions of listeners.
He's not watching the podcast.
I'm giving him the platform.
But he's not watching the podcast. He doesn't give a shit. That's why.
I'm sending him the podcast.
If you post it though, what that does is that gives other people a chance to also comment their hate stuff or comment their stuff like, yeah, we're an ally, fuck this dude, and that gives them that dopamine. Don't even give them that pleasure. Send the podcast, fine, sure.
I'm sending the podcast.
But like, don't repost that on the Facebook. Don't give them the pleasure. That's all they want. That's all they fucking want. That's their. It's like, you know how like whenever you go, it's hate watching is what it is. Hate reading.
Oh, I do that.
Right. Don't give him the pleasure. That's all he wants. That's all he wants in the world. I'm telling you, just correct his grammar in the first sentence and then leave it at that. Leave it at that. That's the perfect response.
That's not as fun.
But do you want to give him joy?
So I've been pretty good lately. I don't know if you've seen some of my back and forth, but
You've been tagging me in some.
I've been dog walking these maggers. I've been taking them out to the park and just making them look foolish.
Right. It's one thing if you do that in a public thing. If he posted publicly, that'd be different. He DM'd you. So he DM'd you and he wants you, the act of you posting that to our Facebook justifies the DMing of us. Justifies the hateful rhetoric. That's all that does. It'd be different if he just posted on our Facebook. That'd be a different thing. Then it's like argue with this motherfucker all he wants. But that's not what he did. He wants that. You know what he's doing? He's watching our Facebook every 4 hours. He's going on Facebook to see if you repost that DM to the Facebook wall because that's what he's craving. That's what he wants. Saying don't jerk him off. Is all I'm saying. Don't keep him edging. Keep edging him. Is all I'm saying.
I'm the edge lord.
Exactly. Totally. Exactly. Keep edging him.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean,
but we want to see how you folks out there want to respond.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Should I dog walk this motherfucker like I've been doing all of them? Should I kick him right in the nards? Because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been really proud of my work. I've been doing God's work.
I've been catching it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I was on a Facebook or TikTok Live today, by the way. Briefly.
TikTok Live? How'd that go?
So you remember how I texted you this earlier. Only because I wanted you to have like a bad reaction because you've been saying for months like I've been requesting up in these lives because I want to talk to these people and nobody will let me up. It's driving me crazy.
I got in one ever.
Really? This is the first time I ever requested and they put me up. And it wasn't like a community. It was just like a one person on TikTok that's like, hey, Trump sucks. Come up and debate me. It was one of those kind of ones.
But you agree that Trump sucks.
Yeah, but I watch those because I want to see this person debate these Trump supporters.
Oh, okay.
And so there was this one Trump supporter that got up there and was talking about tariffs.
Yeah, sure.
And he was like, he basically got up there for the purpose. He didn't want to debate. He just wanted to talk. And he like wouldn't have let the host have a word in edgewise. And he was just talking about how China's going to pay the tariffs and like blah, 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 this and the other thing. The tariffs are going to be a good thing. And it's just like, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah, blah. I've taken this class and this class, so I understand this stuff. You're dumb, blah, blah, all that other bullshit. And then he started
use the right your?
I don't know because it wasn't text. So
Fair.
So it got to the point where the host is like, okay, can you explain what a tariff is to me? Like starting basics, you dumb fuck. Can you explain what a tariff is? And he started explaining tariff. And he's explaining it right, but you could tell he was reading off the definition of a tariff. He looked it up and he was reading off a Google fucking thing. And he was reading the definition correctly. And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, you just don't understand the definition then at that point. And then you start talking about like the importer and, you know, who imports stuff to the U.S.? China imports stuff to the U.S. And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't know the difference between an importer and an exporter. He doesn't get it.
And he claims he took micro and macroeconomics?
No, he just said he took some classes.
That's like 100 level econ.
It is. And I'm spamming in the channel like this motherfucker does. This is it. He needs to look up the definition of an importer. So I requested up. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna request up. And I'm waiting. He's like bullshit and stuff like that. Somebody did the whole thing where it's like they paid like a donation to get this dude off there, and he kicked him off. And then immediately he's like, he brought me back up there. It's like, oh shit, I'm on here. I was like, hey, I'm a friendly. Just want to let you know I'm a friendly, but I want to say this dude's definition of a tariff was spot on. His problem is he doesn't understand the difference between an importer and an exporter. I was like, his name was like Son of Odin or some shit like that. I was like, son, if you're still in the fucking chat, you need.
That's like a white power dog whistle too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, son of Odin, if you're in the chat, your definition of tariff was correct. you need to Google what an importer is because China is not an importer, you dumb fuck. And then he was like, yeah, you're right, absolutely. And then like kicked me off because I'm just as friendly and they want to have
your
Trump
content's
supporters.
not as good.
Yeah, exactly. But like I made it up there and I
You felt good about it.
I did. I had a little dopamine. I texted.
So how long were you on for?
I was on for like fucking 20 seconds.
Really?
It wasn't a conversation. I just like, I am a friendly, I just want to say real quick, I was spamming the chat. I did get a lot of people in the chat like, exactly, he doesn't fucking understand, fucking spot on. I was like, that's my dopamine kick for the day. That's all I needed. So.
Yeah. I got on. It was pre-election though, so it was
the height.
Yeah.
Speaking of religion, we got a new pope.
We got a new pope.
We got a new pope since the last time.
We got a new pope. You know the Huey Lewis in the News? I got a new drug. Yeah.
He new pope. He is an American. We got an American pope.
He's American adjacent. He was born in Illinois. He hasn't lived in the United States in like 35 years.
That doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying that as a good thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
He's from Chicago. Da Bears. Da Bear.
If you don't know by now, talk about Chi-Town.
Not only a new pope from America, he chose the name Leo. Pope Leo. Hey, Leo.
My least favorite Ninja Turtle.
It is. Yeah, I know. Not only that, it's a new pope that also doesn't like Trump or Vance.
He really doesn't.
He really doesn't.
I gotta be honest, Francis was the dude. Francis was that guy. And when he kicked the bucket, I was kind of concerned that we were going to revert back to
when he died, all the religious folk came out and said, finally, we're going to get a real pope, somebody to lead our religion. And then this dude jumps in and like, he hates Trump. He's talked again about, he said he disliked JD Vance during like tweets and stuff like that. And everybody's like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm eating it up right now. All the religious folk hate it. You're the leader of your religion, motherfuckers. The word of God. The word of God.
I'm going to stop you there because you're only part right. He's the leader of the Catholic faith. You've got all these Protestant denominations that don't like the Pope, and he's not the leader of their faith. So, and those are pretty much the worst ones.
Yeah, but fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him, for sure. For sure, fuck him. But as for this Pope, I'm super pumped because he seems like a down-to-earth guy.
Did you see what the last Pope wanted done with his Pope-mobile after he died? He wanted it turned into a medical wagon and sent to Gaza to help Palestinian children.
I did not hear that. Is that true?
Apparently that's true, yeah. He said, on my death, I want the Pope-mobile to be turned into a medical wagon to go help Palestinian children and citizens over in the Gaza Strip.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine, ladies and gentlemen. Just because we say free Palestine doesn't mean we support Hamas, you dumb fucking people that can't.
I was hanging out with one of my friends today. Big time free Palestine guy.
Good.
Also Jewish.
Yeah, spoilers. There's a lot of Jewish people, even in Israel, that don't like Netanyahu. So.
I'm a Christian. So when I get online and I post free Palestine, and people are like, you're just anti-Semitic. You just don't like the Jews. That's what they sound like. I am jealous of my buddy because when he says free Palestine and they say that to him, and he's like,
you're just anti-Semitic.
Motherfucker, I am Jewish. I love it. There's a lot of Jews that are for...
I'm cut below the waist, so, try that again.
Motherfucker, I am Larry David.
Scott, let's pivot. Let's pivot a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something recently, and I didn't know about this, and this is apparently an old... What do you think about, like, infomercials? Remember infomercials from, like, the 90s, the early aughts?
Hi, I'm Billy Mays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy?
Like, commercials for, like, weird products that you would never, like, use every day.
Sure, okay.
You're a golfer.
I dabble.
How often have you been on the green and you got to take a whiz? Like
It happens a lot.
It happens a lot?
Because I drink a lot while I'm golfing.
And do you just go in the bushes or something like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
typically.
Guess what? from probably the 90s, early aughts. I got a solution for you, sir.
I think I know what you're gonna. I think I've heard of this.
We're gonna watch this. This is an infomercial, and I saw it recently, and it made me die.
Drank a lot of water. I really have to go. People are waiting to tee off, and there's no restroom out here.
Guys, how many times has this happened to you? Come on, you know you can't hold it in that long. Don't worry, I've got the perfect gift for you. Introducing the Euro Club, the discreet sanitary solution for your urgent relief. Created by a board-certified urologist, it looks like an ordinary golf club, but it contains a special reservoir built into the grip to relieve yourself. The Euro Club comes with a special towel to keep your privacy, and it appears to everyone that you're just checking out your club. At first it seems comical, but believe me, when you really have to go, it's a lifesaver. Sanitary, leak-proof, easy to clean, and no more embarrassing moments in the bush. Dramatically improve your golf scores for only $49.95. And when you order now, get a second Euro Club for half price. That's two for only $74.92. Club now at 866-999-4EURO. That's 866-999-4EURO. The Euro Club, the only club in your bag guaranteed to keep you out of the woods.
Guys standing.
That was amazing.
I saw that recently. I was like, that's not real. And then it turns out it fucking is. I think they still sell them today. I think they're still for sale today. So, like, you should unscrew the top of the club, and then you put it down by your crotch, and then you have that little half towel that's, for whatever reason, tucked in the front of your pants to cover it. And it's like, oh, you just look like you're checking out your club.
That makes no sense.
No sense at all.
Just pee. Just pee. Unreal. And we forgot to do something, Adam.
What?
It's been a long time, so you might have forgot, but we have some big news that we got to finish here.
Big news to finish.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. This is the finale,
It's
isn't
the
it?
championship. We're going to be done with this in like 2 minutes.
I didn't make a picture for that, but that's okay.
It's
we
okay.
don't need it.
You're gonna see one of these two. You are gonna have a picture very soon.
That's
of it
right.
Here.
We were doing the March Madness. It's almost June.
It's almost
but
June.
We're doing the
It's
March.
almost Pride Month. Happy Pride, everyone. Even you, asshole.
It's 2 months after March. Yeah, March Madness though. The movie March Madness. For Destruction movie March Madness. For those of you that don't know, Scott picked a series of movies, made a brackets for them, did it very artfully, very demure about these charts, and I've been picking my favorite amongst these. What were the last two contenders, Scott? Do you
remember?
Do you remember?
I do.
Okay, good. I'm glad you remember. I know one of them, but I don't remember the other one though.
Jurassic Park and Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
So this is between Jurassic Park and The Empire Strikes Back.
Those were the last two. Those are the two in the championship. This is the inaugural Adams March Movie Madness.
And as a reminder
tournament.
for those that didn't hear, because of the music, the winner of this, we've been looking to fill this empty space here. The winner is getting a poster right up here, and it's going to be a recurring theme. I think I got to create one for you so we can keep adding to the wall. But Jurassic Park and a new, what was it, Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. I think it's obvious. I think it's the movie that should win out. It's the better of the two. Whether or not it holds up or not, it is, I think, the better telling of the story of the two. And I said maybe obvious because we're nerds on the show. I don't know if you'd pick this one over...
Everything you've said does not narrow down either of those movies.
I don't know. I think this one does because this is like the obvious nerdgasm pick, which would be Empire Strikes Back.
Is that the winner?
It is the winner. It's the obvious nerdgasm pick.
We should have had Star Wars themed up. Should have had John Williams.
We should have. I should have.
Oh, well.
If I'd remembered. But yeah, I would say that it would be Empire Strikes Back. You're not pushing hard enough.
Salad.
So here's the thing, Scott. There's a protective screen over here, so you have to push a little harder. Just a little.
We're here to toss your salad.
Okay. That's whatever. That's whatever. Okay.
4
so,
Distracts is here to toss your salad.
So at any rate, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with our soundboard tonight. But your 2025 Adams March Movie Madness champion is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
Star Wars: The Empire. Yeah. Fucking A.
That's Starship Troopers. That's as close as we could get.
That's the only space sci-fi movie theme we have on the board currently. Yeah, that's my pick. I'm all for it. I'm all
right.
for the
Well,
Star
I got to
Wars.
get a Empire Strikes Back poster. And
We got to frame it. I'll get a frame. You
Okay.
get the poster. Let me know the dimensions. I'll go buy the frame. Because you got to have a frame for a poster. I don't know about you. Like, in college, when you're early to mid-20s, you just take a poster, tack it up on the wall. That's good enough. No. When you're in your 30s.
We're beyond that.
You got it. Late 30s, early 40s. If you're going to put a poster up there, you got to frame it. It's got to be framed.
I'm a poster guy. I don't know about you.
I don't own any posters, but I do like posters.
You're going to
I do
shortly.
like posters. All right, Scott. We got to get into course of cinema, but
Oh my God, what was our course of cinema?
it was Gattaca.
It was that long ago.
That was that long ago. Yeah, that was the last one we watched. Before we get into the course of cinema, though, Scott, there is one other news story we have to talk about. What do you know about Delco, PA?
Delco, like Delaware County,
Yeah.
right outside of Philly.
So there was an event that happened recently, a news story. It was what do you know about road rage? How do you feel about road? Do you get a lot of road rage?
I don't get road rage. I'm familiar. Sometimes I get off on watching some road rage YouTubes. You're there. You're there. Look at you.
If you get off on this, that's going to say a lot about you, sir. I got some road rage for you. Now, this is something that you're going to hear the audio for. I've chosen to not play the video on the stream simply because there's a lot of people that might see something. The funny part is going to be the reaction and the audio of the video. But, Scott, as the video is going, I need you, because I've seen this, obviously, I need you to describe. I need you to describe what's going on in the video as it is happening, okay? So let me go ahead and pull this up real quick.
I can't see. Okay, so we're in a larger vehicle. Okay, someone got out of the car. There's a horn honking.
Did you not
We're
see
at
it?
an intersection. No, I didn't see. I didn't see what.
All right, I'm going to rewind it. Watch
Okay,
the
somebody
lady.
gets out of a black car.
You gotta, it's quick. You gotta catch it.
Did she just take a shit on that car's hood? Did she just...
Wait for it. Wait for it.
You're fucking...
Yo, the bitch just shit on her car.
The bitch just shit on her...
The dude's reaction to this film is the best part of the whole thing.
Oh,
Yo,
my
the bitch just shit on her
God.
car.
Oh my God.
Not only was it shit, it was diarrhea.
Oh my
Go
God.
back to the beginning. There's a reason why I didn't want to put this on the live stream.
What the hell? Oh my God, Adam. Oh my God. First of all, where the hell are they? Look at the car we're
They're
in.
in Philly. They're
Yo,
in
the
Philly.
bitch just shit on her car.
Oh, you said Delco.
Well, they're calling it the Delco Pooper.
The Delco pooper.
That's what she's named as, the Delco Pooper. They've caught her subsequently.
She's been caught?
Yeah, she's been caught.
Did she get to a doctor? Because she needs to see a doctor after that.
It was diarrhea.
It was not good. That's
No,
not
it wasn't.
That's not a healthy poop.
No, it was not at all. Like, and not only that, like impressive. Like she walked up to the car about 2 seconds, bent over, and it was done, and she walked away.
That's like a
She was-
reindeer fight mechanism.
It was primed. She primed that, ready to go.
It's some kind of premortal animal instinct to like ward off predator. Yeah.
It was a defense mechanism is what it was.
It was like she was startled by the honking horn. But what led up to that? Like, what
It was like typical road rage stuff. Somebody's beeping at her. She didn't like the fact that they were beeping at her at a stoplight or stop sign or whatever nonsense. And they were like yelling words and everything like that. And eventually this fat bitch just decided to get out of her car and just go over to the woman's bumper and just like bend over. Was she wearing underwear? I don't know because it was really quick. I don't know how you could like, I don't know.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Where did you find that? What are you Googling?
I'm not Googling anything.
What is your algorithm right now?
I'm not Googling anything. I just heard about it. It was like a news story that popped up. And I was like, the Delco pooper? What is that? And like, it was all over this woman's bumper. It was fucking disgusting.
That's bonkers.
Yeah.
That's ape shit, literally.
If you want to see it, just Google the Delco pooper. You'll find it. You'll find the footage. That was why I didn't want to include in the live stream. I didn't really want to. All right, Scott, let's get into Coercive Cinema, and then let's end the show. Gattaca.
How did we not talk about Gattaca yet?
Because that was the last time we recorded.
Wow. Okay, well, there it is.
Zamba Gattaca. So you chose this movie for me, Scott.
I did?
You did, yes. I had not seen this. I had heard of it, but I had never seen it. It is a basic sci-fi movie about eugenics, essentially, is what it is. Starring Ethan Hunt, Uma Thurman.
Ethan Hawke, sorry, not Ethan Hunt. Number of other really good people. Basically, it's about a society that, promotes and has like desires like people of like perfect genetics, and there's nothing you can do to outperform that because they all base it on genes. And it's about this guy that like basically kind of looks like this other guy and is like stealing his his blood and stuff like that so that he can get like a big. The whole thing is like ideally like about space travel, but you never see space. The whole thing is like they're sending people up to space to like colonize or do some scientific bullshit or whatever. But like in the entire movie, you never see space. But it's like a really good movie, like a really weird ending because like the person that is like hunting him down turns out to be like his brother at the end. That was kind of like a spoilers.
It's kind of like
it's from 1998.
Yeah, and then we talked about it like 3 weeks ago, or we said we're going to watch it. So, it was really good. It's really weird, is what I'm going to say. Really stylized. I will say this. When I was watching it and we were watching together, I did say there was like a brown filter they put over the entire movie because the entire movie had that like, when this movie came out, like late 90s, early 2000s. So it had that like Matrix style, like color filter they would put over just an entire movie that would like theme it. But it's like it's a surprising movie is what I would say. It's not what I thought it was going to be. Like the opening to the movie is like talking about like sending rockets into space and the best people. And it's not about that at all. It's about this guy who's just who is better, but not because of genes. It's because he worked to be better. It was good though. I'm glad you liked it. I did enjoy it. Yes.
I like it very much. I think Jude Law is really good in it.
He's really good. He's very good. Early Uma Thurman, very good too.
Ethan Hawke, yeah, very fun.
Not much to really say about it though. It's just a good movie. But I guess it's my turn to pick Coercive Cinema.
I guess it's your turn.
My turn, and I've been fiddling around with a few movies. There's 2 movies on my short list that I'd like us to watch. There's one that I've been kind of digging us to watch, and I can't find it anywhere because it's not streaming anywhere. So I'm just gonna rent it on Prime, just because it's a comedy. I don't want to watch an action movie. I feel like we gotta laugh, gotta get some laughs in us. It's a comedy movie. We're gonna watch Nothing to Lose. It's like $3 on Prime to rent. I'm gonna rent it, and we're gonna watch it tonight. Martin Lawrence. What's his fuck?
You love Martin Lawrence.
What's his fuck from Shawshank Redemption? Can't remember his name.
Morgan Freeman?
No, the white dude.
Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins.
Not Tim Robbins. Tim.
I figured you would know because you're
Yeah,
the
Tim,
name dude. You're the name dude.
Jim Robbins?
It's Tim Robbins. No, we were right. Tim Robbins.
It was Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins, yeah. Tim Robbins, Martin
Who's
Lawrence.
the comedian guy? Is his name...
Martin Lawrence. Or,
No. The comedian guy who did the funny skit where he was a hot dog and he... Is his name Tim Robbins?
oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name. I never remember his name.
Yeah, he's... A lot of people love him. I think he's just fine.
I think he's just fine. I think some of his skits are really good, but like the skits are good. Some of them.
Okay. Well, anyway, you're making me watch this movie with those two guys?
Yeah, Tim Robbins, Martin Lawrence. It's a movie from my childhood, a 1997 movie. We had the VHS. I watched it a lot. It's a pretty quirky comedy, and we're gonna watch it because I don't really feel like watching an action movie tonight. So we're gonna watch comedy.
Okay.
If you want to get a whole forward distraction, if you want to tell Scott how he should respond to that dude that slid into his DMs, you can email us forwarddistraction@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. We are on. Are we still on X?
Nope.
Nope. You removed us.
I didn't remove us. Elon Musk removed us.
So we're on Facebook. So search for Distraction. You can find our social media there. We'll see where we're going to go from there. We might make an Instagram. We might not. Who knows? We'll see. We do our live streams pending.
I'm making a fucking Instagram. Get that. What the hell? What?
I'm just throwing it out there.
No, we're not.
Whether we do it or not doesn't matter.
It's not going to happen. You don't even want to be on Facebook anymore. They're owned by the same guy.
I know. I don't like Facebook.
Then why would you say something like that?
I don't know because because Mark Zuckerberg is better than Elon Musk is what I'll say.
Okay.
Kind of better.
Yes, he is.
Elon Musk has become a piece of shit. So
He's been a piece of shit for a long time.
we just didn't know. Now we know. So
We're not going to be on Instagram. Don't look for us there. We're on Facebook.
We are on Facebook. We do our live streams pending schedule. We're moving forward. We're probably gonna do like Sunday at some point. Keep track of if you turn the notifications on, you'll get notified when the live stream happens. But we live stream. We share it to our Facebook. But we live stream on YouTube. So the link to our YouTube is in the description of Facebook, in the description of all the shows. We upload to Podbean. We are on Spotify. We are on Google Play. We're on iTunes. So you could find the audio version on there. Like I said, we always have the live stream on YouTube, and I edit it so it's cleaner on YouTube later on. We're still a member of the Electronic Media Collective, so head over to electronicmediacollective.com, and you can find us and a bunch of really great shows on there. Now, Scott, you did want me to find something on there.
I did. And we've been wanting to do this for a while. I want you to find me a podcast from the Electronic Media Collective, one of our sister shows that I can listen to.
Okay, so you want me to find it for next week?
Find it for next week.
Find it for next week. Okay, so I will go to our sister show, our hub, find a sister show, and we'll pick one, and we'll both listen to episode 1, the most recent episode.
Yeah, we'll do that.
The recent episode. So we'll listen to the most recent episode of their show, and we will come back to it and we'll talk about it and gush over it, all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the basic bitch right there.
What
right?
you been watching anything right now? Or?
We could talk about it next week, but I've been watching Last of Us season 2.
Me
That's
too,
been good.
yes.
I finished Daredevil Born Again.
Okay.
I do want to talk about that.
Okay.
So for
Haven't
those
watched
of you,
it yet.
You haven't watched it yet? I texted you. I was gushing about it because at just a minor reference, at one point they mention Officer Morales, and I was like, oh my God, Miles Morales' father. So like I was kind of gushing about it. I got one really big opinion about that show where it's kind of like, you remember when after like the first Avengers and they started making like the second series of movies like Iron Man 2, Captain America Winter Soldier, and we're all like
Phase 2.
Yeah, we're all like, all right, they did Avengers, they're making all these movies. Okay, Winter Soldier's going on. It's a pretty global event. Where the fuck is Iron Man? And then we're like, okay, Iron Man 2 and 3 is going on. Where the fuck are the rest of the Avengers? I got an opinion like that about Daredevil Born Again.
Where the fuck is Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to spoil it for you, but typically Daredevil's a Hell's Kitchen specific type of superhero, but the events of the story kind of take place all over New York. So my entire time
What
watching
happened to your
this,
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
where the fuck is Spider-Man? That's my point. Where the fuck is that? But it's a great show. It's a really good show. It is a fantastic watch. Besides that, yeah, I've been mainly watching those. You watching anything new that maybe I should check out for next time? He's got to Google it.
I've been, like you said, I've been watching The Last of Us. I finished, which I tried to get you to watch it. You watched one, didn't like it. I finished Righteous Gemstones. It was great.
I just didn't like the first episode because here's the thing: I'll come across these clips on TikTok and they'll be enjoyable, they'll be fun. That first episode kind of sucks, though. It's a dog shit episode. It's not good to get you into the show. Maybe I'll give it a try.
I've
It's
been
just that
watching
first episode.
Andor.
Is that back?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was back. I got to get into that.
It's
then, yeah.
real good. And then I've been watching the new season of Doctor Who, which has been out for
Is
a
that
while.
back too?
No, I just never watched the last
Oh,
one.
you never last. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So that's the shows. If you want to catch up, we'll talk about it next week. Otherwise,
I got to give one more shout out though. I've been listening to a podcast, and I'm really, really into it.
Okay. What's up?
So it's a podcast that I think I've talked about on the show before. It was introduced to me a long time ago, and I started listening to it when I was doing a whole bunch of podcasts, and I got burnout on podcasts.
I thought you said I was doing a whole bunch of Molly.
That too. But I was just done with it, so I took a break, and I never went back to it. They haven't done a new show in a while, but I went to catch up on the backlog, and it's great. I'm talking about the show Beepers After Dark.
I never listened to that. I never listened.
Beepers. Here's what I want. I don't want Joe Rogan or Kevin Smith or the Kelsey brothers or these big show with high production quality podcasts with celebrities who are getting paid with I want a couple of friends around a microphone,
Couple of dude bros
with drinks, bullshitting, that have no skin in the game. You
want us?
I want us. I want to listen and or watch a show that is like ours.
Maybe you should reach out to them.
What do you mean?
Reach out to them. Maybe you should slide into their DMs.
Okay.
Slide into the DMs. Maybe you could collab. Do a little collaboration.
And that's what I have with the Beepers After Dark, the badassers, as they call themselves. It's a very funny show. A lot of it gets niche, and I feel like it's kind of us, too.
Yeah.
They tell, like, friend stories, and they make jokes like, oh, only our friends are listening to us, as I'm not their friend listening to them. And it's like, oh, little do you know, here I am. But I want to find more shows like that. I want to find complete strangers that just record in their basement and don't have any care in the world. That's what I want.
The Stranger.